Hi everyone. First of all, thank you for tuning in. I'm hoping this will be an insightful session for you all. You might remember me from the Power Booster workshop held recently, and I might have also met some of you during your classes. I'd like to start this session by introducing myself. I'm Amey from JBIMS batch of 2019. I have been working as a management consultant at a highly reputed firm. I frankly believe that I, being a student of ELC, owe a lot to Sir and Ma'am for helping me crack CET and living my dream of studying from Brajaj. That is why I have planned this session for you. Today, I'm going to be addressing all of you on a topic that's definitely on your minds as the incoming MBA batch. What will happen to your jobs in these difficult times? I'll be discussing in detail about the job market in the near future, as well as ways in which you can make yourself more employable. You guys might be wondering what makes me qualified to speak on this. I have an experience of talking to about 250 HRs of reputed companies across India when I was a member of the placement committee in Bajaj. Also, my colleague, Ms. Vaishnavi, is a member of the placement committee and has also won a lot of accolades in terms of national corporate competitions, as well as she converted a PPO from one of the best paying companies on campus through summer internship. Between us, we have completed around 4 placement seasons and have a good experience with regards to the skills that HRs and business leaders or interviewers look out for in you. So let's begin. With the COVID-19 wreaking havoc in our lives, the economy has also gone for a toss or will soon undergo a major recession period. It has already affected the job scenario for the current MBA batch as well as the juniors, with a lot of companies pulling their offers or either postponing joining dates. Job losses and salary cuts are assumed to be the worst since 2008. And this is what the experts have predicted. The current MBA students, as well as those from the next few batches, will need to upskill themselves in order to attract new companies and earn their jobs. Now, MBA is quite a big investment in terms of both time and money, and not getting a decent placement at the end can jeopardize your future plans, not to mention the student loans and other financial burden which will come your way once you complete the course. That is why getting noticed by the recruiters is very important when it comes to scoring a job. And in this storage scenario, not just getting noticed, but standing out of the crowd will be a very important factor for you. Since the economy is not in a good condition, there will be a dearth of jobs, and those jobs which do come your way will have cutthroat competition, no matter which college you go to. So, we have identified a few things which could help you propel yourself in front of the crowds and make yourself shine. The foremost and one of the most important steps in recruitment is CV based shortlisting. It is the first thing that a recruiter sees about you. What you need to do for your CV is highlight spikes, which basically means the interesting points in your CV. In consulting, we call this the airport test. So it means that interesting things in your CV that you would be able to talk about if you meet someone at an airport and you have to talk to them for a few hours without getting bored. Now, I'd like to first point out that everything cannot be changed in your CV at this stage, especially during this crisis. But there are certain ways in which you can make your CV stronger and increase your chances of getting a shortlist. First, let's go over the things you cannot change and the reasons for those. First is your 10th, 12th, and graduation mark. For obvious reason, this past sin cannot be changed and you have to live with it. But you can strengthen other aspects of your CV. Next is academic achievements and erudition. This basically means scholarships, ranks, or awards. Moving on, under projects taken, you can include graduation projects or any life projects. Here, you can add internships, but we'll get to that later. Finally, in this category, we'll look at extracurricular activities. This is basically any committee work or sports or arts competitions you may have excelled in. If you won a competition at a state or a district or a national level, then that's great and it should be highlighted. Now, moving on, what you can actually do and what you can actually change in these next couple of months. You can definitely do some certification courses online. Those courses can be in your interest area like marketing, operations, finance, whatever, or strategy. You can also do a work from home internship if they are offering those. That is especially important for the freshers who are there who do not have any prior work ex. It of course will add a shine to your CV. You can also undertake extracurricular activities during or before your MBA. So one of the extracurricular activities would be like blogging or creative writing on a platform. So next is social impact. Due to this COVID-19 pandemic, There are a lot of groups coming forward and giving a lot of social impact to the society. So you can help them. Finally, you can also participate in some case studies or business school competitions, which some of which might be available before your MBA starts and after your MBA starts as well. So now let me take you through some of the essential technical skills that you need during your MBA studies, internships, and job. The basic necessities are Microsoft Excel, including VBA and macros, and of course Microsoft PowerPoint. Next is the financial modeling in Excel. So if you are interested in finance, you can maybe go and look up a few courses on how we can do financial modeling, and an Excel automated workbook always helps in that. Then some of the books you can read during this time, during this lockdown for marketing include Kotler, Blue Ocean Strategy, Positioning by AIRES, and Jack Trout, Guerrilla Marketing. So these are some of the books which are actually taught in some of the reputed colleges across India. So you can download the online versions of these books either through Amazon or wherever they are available, and you can go through them. For general MBA, you can read The Lean Startup, Too Big to Fail, Shoe Dog, Rich Dad Poor Dad. For consulting, the McKinsey Way, Case Interviews Cracked, Case Interview Secrets. Or if you guys are also interested in operations, you can read Six Sigma Way, Toyota Production System. And you can also Google these subjects, and you can easily find a lot of reading material on it on the internet. So the next thing is learning about a basic mail etiquette. So there are ways in which, for some of you who have work ex, you know how mails are sent. You need, for those who are freshers, they need to learn a few basics about how to write mails. And finally, a bit advanced, but you can also go through tools like Microsoft Power BI and Tableau. They do have student versions, so you can go ahead and purchase those for free and try them out. Moving ahead, so we saw the technical skills. Now the most important skills we have kept for last are the soft skills. So soft skills are very important. Your conversation and how you talk to people, to your interviewer, to your teammates is really important when it comes to an MBA. So for placements, you will need some soft skills like GD skills. You need to know how to speak within a GD, how to do that. You need to have a few HR answers, as we call it, that is answers to questions like tell us about yourself, or where do you see yourself in 5 or 10 years? What are your goals? What is your objective with this firm? Or strengths, your weaknesses, those kinds of questions. And finally, your CV should your CV should be, first of all, should be spectacular, and you should have stories related to each and every point in your CV. So we can come back to that later. Now, during internship and within JBIMS, you need to have basic etiquette, mail etiquettes. You should know how to send out mails, because all the work in office and in your college will be done through mails. This is not just specific to Jamnalal Bajaj, but it might be true for other colleges as well. So you should know how to set up meetings, look calendars on Outlook, Skype, or Microsoft Teams. Skype and Microsoft Teams are the current platforms which companies are using in order to connect with each other. It's like Zoom, if you have heard of it. And finally, you need to be trained a bit in personal conversation. So you need to converse with your managers, with your teammates on a personal level. So I think that covers our session for today, and I hope that you guys have gotten some idea as to what MBA life is going to be, especially within this crisis. And I hope that you will start working towards the right direction in order to excel at your MBA lives. And I wish you all the best for that, for your upcoming 2 amazing and exciting years, I'm very sure. So for some personal advice, you can also contact us. There's a link which will be given in the description. It's a link to a Google form, so please do read the form, and in case you want any personal advice, please go ahead and fill up the form. So that's it from my side, guys. I hope you guys are staying safe and taking all the precautions which are required, and I hope to meet you soon, hopefully in an ELC session again. Thank you, guys.